Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be reading a book called Under the Black Flag by David Cordingly. So we're going to be reading what this book is about. So it's about pirates are so much a part of legend that is easy to forget. They actually existed. Under the Black Flag tells her story in a rollicking account of the golden age in piracy that is packed with history, anecdote, and above all adventure. Here is the true stories of such bloodthirsty legends as Blackbeard and Captain Kidd, as well as such of other notorious female brigands as Anne Bonny and the fearsome Mary Read. And here are some rousing descriptions of what ships pirates sailed, what punishments they exacted, what they really wore, and how they flourished and perished from the smoky havoc of the shipboard battle and loneliness. Spellbinding narrative vividly brings the brutal world of pirates to life. So we are going to be reading one chapter today because this book is long. So we're going to be skipping the introduction because that's long as well, and I don't know if y'all want to hear that. So we're going to be skipping that. So, Chapter 1, Wooden Legs and Parrots. Robert Louis Stevenson was 30 years old when he began writing Treasure Island. It was his first success as a novelist, and although Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Master of Ballantrae, are considered finer works in many critics, and it is the book with which his name is indelibly associated. The first 15 chapters were written at Bremere among the Scottish mounts in August and September of 1881. The late summer weather was atrocious, and Stevenson and his family huddled around the fire in Miss McGregor's cottage while the wind howled down the Dee Valley and the rain beat on the windows. There were 5 of them there: Stevenson's parents, his American wife, Fanny, and her 12-year-old son, Lloyd Osborne, who was Stevenson's stepson. To pass the time, Lloyd painted pictures with a shilling box of watercolors. One afternoon, Stevenson joined him and drew a map of an island. He was soon adding names to the various hills and islets. Lloyd later wrote, "I shall never forget the thrill of Skeleton Island, Spyglass Hill, nor the heart-stirring climax of the 3 red roses." And the greater climax still when he wrote down the words Treasure Island at the top of the right-hand corner. And he seemed how to know so much about it too. The pirates, the buried treasure, the man who'd been marooned on the island. In an essay which he wrote in the last year of life, Stevenson revealed how the future character of the book began to appear to him as he studied the map. It was to be all of buccaneers and Munity and a fine old squire called Trelawney, and the sea cook with one leg, and sea song with the chorus "You ho ho" in the bottle of rum. Within 3 days, he had written the 3 chapters, and as he wrote each chapter, he read it out loud to the family, who was apart from Fanny, were delighted with the results and added to their suggestions. Lloyd insisted that there should be no women in history. Stevenson's father devised the contents of Billy Bones' sea chest and suggested the scene where Jim Hawkins hides in the apple barrel. During the course of the next 2 weeks, Stevenson had a visit from Dr. Alexander Japp, who was equally enthusiastic and took the early chapters along the editor of Young Folks magazine. He agreed to publish the story in weekly installments, but after 15 chapters, Stevenson abruptly ran out of inspiration and could not write more. The holiday in Scotland came to an end, and he moved south of Weybridge, where he corrected the proofs in early chapters and despaired that what still remained to be done. Stevenson was the victim of all his chronic bronchial condition, which racked him in coughing fits and hemorrhages. These frequently threatened his life and led to constant travels in search of a heating climate. Okay, guys. I realized that it's going to be a lot to read, and like I said, this chapter is going to be long because it has pages from 3 to 26, so that's 23 pages. So we're going to read a little bit today, like I just did now, and we're going to read a little bit later. So this can be part 1, and then I will mark where we left off. So thank you guys for reading, and I again apologize for the short video, and I thought it was going to be longer than that, but I guess not. So when I post part 2, go watch it.